Hi everyone, welcome to day 22 of the 30 Days Drawing Challenge, where we're going to be building on yesterday's lesson, where we did single point perspective, but this time we'll be doing single point perspective, but then sculpting and carving shapes into more complex ones. For instance, we're going to be doing two buildings next to each other. We're going to start again with a horizontal plane, a single point, and we're going to be drawing two lines stemming from that first point. And we're going to add a new layer on top of that. Draw one line downwards, and that will be the edge of one of our buildings. And we're going to be going all over these lines at the end anyway, on an entirely new layer, just to give some definition. Now, when we do this second line downwards, and the two lines coming from the central point, that's going to form the first wall of our shape. And you can already tell that there's a shift in perspective because it gets smaller as you go further down, in this case the road. We're then going to do two horizontal lines which are parallel to that center line on the horizon, and then do another line down to form the front-facing side of the building. And then, once we've done that front-facing wall, we can start sculpting that shape. So we're going to cut off one of the corners and create an additional edge to this cube. So if we do two more lines downwards and connect them together, we're adding complexity to the shape, and it's no longer a cube, but it's got an additional face. And much like all of the other drawings we've done recently, you can extend this to any limit. You can cut holes out of it and even add additional shapes following the guidelines we've drawn from that single point perspective. And I've decided, once I've completed these 30 days, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on animation, where we can build from these basics we've learned these first 30 days and apply those to step-by-step drawings to create a flow of animation, and maybe I can use it to create an intro to my videos, and that can go a long way. And what we're going to do with the shape now is actually cut it into a separate shape. So I'm drawing two parallel lines downwards, and then, like I did with the front-facing face of my first cube, I'm going to do it with this second cube. And now it looks like there's two buildings standing next to each other with an alleyway in between. And then we're going to cut a corridor out of this front-facing shape by using the exact same technique. We're going to do a parallel line against the horizon, and then two facing downwards, the same angle as the walls. And then, to make sure we've got the correct angle of this new corridor, we're going to be drawing a line from the focus point to the bottom right-hand corner of the door, where you would be seeing the wall. And there it is. That becomes our new line, which is the new corridor. And all we're going to do now is lower the opacity of the layers beforehand and refine all the shapes. Now, anyone can do this. You just need to only draw all the lines that you want to see in your final product. So I'm going to be skipping through that. So I'm just going to speed forward this. You can pause it and do it in your own time, but I think this is a really effective way to show the definition in your drawings. And there we have it. We've created some 3D shapes, we've sculpted them, and all we're going to do now is just a bit of shading to really make them pop. And there's our first complex drawing created using a single point perspective. One thing I didn't touch on is adding additional shapes, but feel free to play around and experiment, learn on your own. I feel that that's going to be really effective to become better artists. I hope that you were able to learn a lot today. We're going to be doing more and more complex drawings as we move forward, and tomorrow we're going to be doing two sides of a street and a pavement and some added details on top of that. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and was able to learn something like I was. So I will see you all tomorrow, and yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye.